if we could come to multiculturalism and immigration, you have written very, very powerfully, and I've found myself in furious agreement with you on the horrendous rise of anti-Semitism in Australia. And I have a friend who's just returned from Israel, as a matter of interest, who came home despairing as a non-Jewish person of the level of hostility towards Australia, the sense of betrayal there from the only democracy in the Middle East. But to be a bit more specific, we've seen very ugly scenes of anti-Semitism around the free world in the past 2 years. I'm ashamed of what we've seen in Australia. I really am. I can't help thinking that we've been very unwise in allowing ourselves to import ancient hatreds from other parts of the world. I've lost count of the number of people who have said Australia is the most successful multicultural society in the world, but I suspect the last couple of years have massively dented the confidence of people in the street in multiculturalism, because I see a lot of people in our midst who have no respect for our culture, and in fact have absolutely no love of multiculturalism as a concept. They're contemptuous of it. They want to overthrow our culture, and they want to smash multiculturalism and impose their own cultural values, and I dare say political and religious views in some cases as well. How on earth do we get people to come to their senses here? And as you said before, engage at least in a Socratic sort of a model of increasing our understanding of issues rather than just screaming at one another.
It's a curious thing. Australia was, in some respects, the most successful multicultural society in the world when it had no notion of multiculturalism.
Yes.
So what has changed? Well, to my mind, both of the pillars that made us so successful a quote-unquote multicultural society have collapsed. So it's entirely possible nowadays to be in Lakemba and live mentally as if you were in Beirut. A, because we permit it. B, because technology makes it possible. And so the notion that, well, you're here, you're very far away, so get used to it, okay? And find a means of swimming in this particular ocean, well, that's gone by the wayside. Okay? And the second thing that has changed is that whilst that capacity for fragmentation and separatism, i.e. the centrifugal forces, have become much stronger, the centripetal forces that bring us together have become much weaker. And that comes back to the fact of not having this pride in country, this perception of a shared tradition, a shared history, a shared Australianness that is distinctive, and that we, whilst recognizing all the realities of the past, that we value. And so it's the combination of the strengthening of the centrifugal forces and the weakening of the centripetal forces that has provoked the crisis in our multiculturalism that became so apparent after October 7th, including through this wave of almost unbelievable anti-Semitism